What's good? My name is Question Kayla, and I'm here because I like to use my platform to answer and ask all questions related to mental health, as I'm a licensed mental health therapist in Iowa. Now, today, I don't really have a question to ask, but I want to share about such a vulnerable moment that happened for me today that literally touched my spirit. So, as a Black queer woman, also happy Pride to my Pride family out there, LGBTQ plus family out there. Today I went to a gala. It was for One Iowa, which is the largest LGBTQ plus advocacy organization in the state of Iowa. Dope. And I was all jazzied up, right? I had me a nice little black jumpsuit with a cute little belt. Had my afro. I still got it out, and I was feeling, I was feeling good because it was so good to be in a space that I knew was going to be so inclusive and safe, especially for my queer identities, especially for my Black queer identity. So I kind of walk with that. I felt good. Within this space, the thing I did not expect to happen was for me to be so touched and emotional and kind of almost paused in my tracks by what I believe could have been a very young girl. And I say young because she could have been in high school, who knows, but definitely presented maybe like middle school age. And so I'm talking to someone, and this young Black girl has very short, small afro, comes up, taps me on the shoulder to say, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I think you're beautiful. I love your hair. I love your outfit. And I just had to tell you that." Now me, I'm like in the middle of a conversation. I'm shook. I'm like, okay, hey, what's up? What's your name? Blase, blase, blase. I'm just starting to get to know this young girl. And she couldn't stop talking about how much she loved my hair. And if you see my hair, right, afro, Iowa, and gray and just parted, but it's loud and proud. To start there, to have a young little girl at a Pride event, right, an LGBTQ plus safe event, come up and acknowledge my hair to say she loved that. And next minute, we're having a whole conversation about her hair. And I'm like, "Ooh, I see your edges are laid." And then she's like, my sister did it. So now the sister coming in, she's like, "Oh my goodness, I did her hair." And like both having beautiful natural curls. And we're enjoying that moment. And as a young Black girl and as a grown Black woman, sharing in that moment, just talking about our hair, felt beautiful. But it didn't stop there. Then went on to talk about, I was just like, "Hey, I want you to know, I really I love mental health. This is what I do. So if you ever have any questions, this is how you can reach me." Here's what happened next that like took my heart over. This young Black girl said, "Wow, that's amazing because I want to be a Black psychologist in my future. And there's not enough Black therapists around here, and I want to be that." It didn't stop there. She then went on to talk about being a young Black girl and a young Black gay girl, and just talking about that and embodying that. And all I could say to her was like, "I'm so happy you told me that." And my heart was so warm to see a young, dark-skinned, natural Black girl that is gay and say that to someone else. I didn't even know what to do with it, because for me that said something. I felt so special because I cannot ever recall in my life knowing, maybe I met him, I don't know, but knowing someone that was a Black woman, older, that was openly queer, openly gay, and if I did, never would have felt I could talk to her, or that it was okay to walk up. It just wasn't something you do. Being gay wasn't something you do. So when I saw this young little girl at an LGBTQ focused event walk up to me because she felt drawn to my hair, my demeanor, whatever it is, and then we had a conversation about being Black and gay and wanting to be a psychologist, y'all, like, my inner child went crazy. And she probably thought I was impacting her, but in reality, she was impacting me, because I could never have imagined what that would have done for me to see that, to just openly walk and feel like a walk up and to be able to create that space for someone else, that made me feel like what I'm doing is right. I'm on the right track, and I have to do more. I can't just be okay, proud, black, and leave it quiet when it comes to my own identity with LGBTQ+. My own identity and what it means to be black and queer, black and lesbian, black and gay. And it was reaffirming, honestly, to know God's path for me. To see that these things are in alignment. Because there's a lot of dope things that have been happening recently related to my LGBTQ+ identity, my queer identity. But to hear that and to feel that, it sent a message to the young little Kayla that is still just like, hey, I'm queer, and I hesitate, and I have all these moments where I'm like, is it okay for me to come out and be out and stay out? You know, it sent that message that maybe you just needed to see more people like you to know that. And even though I can never go back in time and opened up, like, have like a very young gaydar just like, oh, that's the person, let me run up and talk to them. That's impossible to literally go back physically in time. I can do that mentally in therapy and all of that. It is very comforting to know that I'm creating or working to create spaces so that way young little black girls that are gay feel they have someone to talk to them. And if there's anything that I do well in life, if it's just that, I would be so satisfied. So this was encouraging to me to do more, and I look so forward to doing more. Not only using my platform, my voice, my advocacy, my leadership, to keep doing more. So I just feel like I had to share that. And my next series coming out on Question Kayla's Couch Time with Kayla is specifically to Black Pride, because this stuff right here is so important. So if you're listening, I hope you share this with your community. I hope you share this so other Black people that maybe are grown and scared can know that it's okay, and that representation matters, not just related to our racial background. It matters with our intersectional identities. And I'm gonna start wearing my intersectional identity a little more loud, a little louder than what I've been doing. That's it. No questions today.